All right, so this next part is for all my people who are in my lives, okay? My YouTube lives that I do. Wait, I always say, come on, guys. That's like an ongoing joke in my fucking shit. Watch this shit right here. When the officer says that I'm dying, I just hollered.
Yeah, we still gotta figure it out. Yeah, we need to get the receipt from the front desk. I got that. Okay. I got that already. I have not gone through that thing yet. There's another big one. Purple one? Huh? Purple one? Yeah, I have not gone through the purple one. Come on, guys. This way.
Who they in? The song says chit chat, chitter whack. Chit chat, chitter whack. Chitty chitty bang bang. Yeah, he's on the attack. Give me a bass line. Trying to surmise you, trying to demise you. But you've got to know who the enemy is. Yeah, let me sing through it. Them musicians pick it up. Let me just sing it through it. Come on. Chit chat, chitter whack, chitty chitty bang bang. Yeah, he's on attack, trying to surmise you, trying to demise you. But you've got to know who they in. The song says.
Happy Sunday, y'all. We about to cook some breakfast. My husband wants potatoes, like a scramble, a breakfast scramble. He wants bacon, sausage, mushrooms, grilled onion, and get some onions cut up, y'all. Let's get it. All right, so we're going to start by cooking the bacon. Always start with the bacon or your meat first because it creates a grease. And then I use that to cook the rest of the things. So let's get the bacon and the sausage cooked up. That's the only meat that we're using. And then we'll saute them. He wants mushrooms and onions, so we'll saute the mushrooms and onions in the grease, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right, so I've added my mushrooms and my onions with the meat. Let's let this finish cooking up. And then I'm going to peel. I just made, I think, 2 potatoes. Oh no, I haven't made it yet. I'm just gonna cook 2 potatoes. I'm gonna break this bacon up once it cools down. So I'm just making again a breakfast skillet. Alright, so I'm gonna let this cook and let me peel these 2 potatoes. I'll be back. Alright, here's my meat, onions, and meat, onions, mushrooms. I'm gonna break up my bacon. I got my grease getting hot. This is the grease I'm using from the potatoes. My 2 potatoes, I'm about to cut them up and fry them up. Alright, these are yellow potatoes. These are usually good for like mashed potatoes and things of that nature. So I'm going to have my heat pretty high because they're a softer potato than like an Idaho, okay? This is the seasonings I'm going to be using for my potatoes. Let's get these fried up. Alright, let's get our seasonings in one by one. You know what I'm going to use. Let's get them seasoned up. Okay, I got the bacon and everything cut up. So this is all the meat that's going in the scramble. The potatoes are frying. And while that's happening, I'm going to start prepping his lunch for tonight. Because this is still frying up. And scramble the eggs. Alright, potatoes done. I'm going to chop those up and make them a little smaller. Meat, of course, is done. I'm about to scramble the eggs. Don't forget, put just a little bit of water. New fridge. Breakfast is almost done, but while I'm waiting for that, I have 3 steaks here that I pulled out the freezer. These are ribeye steaks. I'm going to start prepping those. These 3 steaks are $41.11. But I'm going to start prepping these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but got to prep the food. You know me. Meal plan. All right, here are potatoes, our bacon, our sausage, our mushrooms, and our onions are all right here ready to go. I'm about to pour my eggs on top. And then breakfast is served, y'all. I'm gonna sprinkle a little cheese on top, which is what he wants, some shredded cheddar cheese. And then I'll show you when it's plated up. Apple cider vinegar, kosher salt, coarse. Get these steaks in the solution, and then I just let them sit here. I'm gonna let them sit for probably at least, these are pretty thick, so they just sit in the solution for about 30 minutes. And I'll come back, rinse them, rub them off. They should be clean. All right, so you see the difference? This, I just let it run clear. You know, the solution it was in. See how the steaks change color? And they're also more pliable. Okay, that's because all that shit that's on it. Okay? It takes all that wax and all that shit that's on the steak. That's why it's important to clean your meat. Okay? So anyway, and you see how tender it is? Like how more loose and pliable the meat is? That's because it was sitting in that solution. Okay, so let me get these dried off. And I've decided to season them just the basic way, because I'm just going to reverse sear them. That's all I'm going to do. And we're just going to eat them like regular steaks. Reverse sear. And, yep. I'm not cooking them today, so I'm just marinating. They'll marinate for a day or so. Okay, let's get them dried up, and then I'll show you what I season them with. All right, so we're going to put some olive oil, adobo all-purpose seasoning, accent, onion powder, garlic powder, a little cayenne pepper, and some Kinder's, which is an awesome brand, steak seasoning. Here are our steaks dried off. I'm going to get them seasoned up and then in a Ziploc bag. I'm actually going to cook mine tonight so I can eat it later, like for dinner. And then if I have some left over, I'll take it for lunch tomorrow. All right, y'all. It's ready to go in the fridge. It smells amazing. You know, for me, when I marinate meat, and when I talk about meat, I'm really talking about like steaks, pork, you know, chicken, stuff like that, right? If it's raw, the longest I'll marinate something, and of course there's some caveat to this, but is up to 2 days uncooked in a cold fridge. Okay, I'm gonna have it in here. It's gonna be ziplocked, push all the air out of it. So up to 2 days. Obviously, the longer, the more seasoned it will be. But that's my dishwasher, by the way, and all that. But also a minimum of 4, I would say. Of course, you don't have to do all of this. You could just pull the shit out of the package, like some of you do, and just put it and cook it and go to bed. And you still you'll live to see another day. Okay, but this is how I do it. All right, let me get this in the fridge and start the marination process. Okay, bye. All right, y'all. So what I just did with my my steaks, I'm doing with my pork chops and my chicken legs, because I'm meal prepping, right? So I just finished the cleaning process. So I'm gonna rinse these off, dry them, and then start the marination process depending on how I'm gonna cook it. I am about to make me a pork chop, though. I'm gonna fry me a pork chop because I didn't eat breakfast. I just been cooking, but I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna be hungry in a second because it's already 11:30. So I want a fried pork chop. So one of these pork chops I'm gonna fry, so it ain't gonna be able to marinate for long. So let's go ahead and see if we can at least let it marinate for 1 hour, and then just watch me do what I do. All right, y'all. All right, this is what I'm gonna season my pork chops with: poultry seasoning, red pepper flakes, the Kinder's. Again, you know I like this brand. Steakhouse rub, and then some Saison. This is for my pork chops. Okay, I'm gonna get those seasoned up. One of them I'll be cooking tonight, or in a few minutes, you know, maybe like for my lunch. The other 2, they're gonna just sit and marinate until I decide to cook them, but it'll be within the next 2 days. Okay, so let's get these chops rinsed, and I'm actually going to, instead of using olive oil, I'm going to use mustard because I'm going to fry my chops. So I'm going to use some mustard. Now, if I wasn't sure what I was going to do, I would use olive oil, but I'm going to fry all 3 of them. But I'm only going to fry one right now. Okay, let's get it done. Okay, here are our 3 chops. Let's get them seasoned up, y'all. Okay, on to our drumsticks. This is part of my son's meal plan. This time I am gonna air fry these, but we're gonna get them marinated. They're already clean, obviously. I'm gonna season the chicken with my adobo, onion powder. I want to go with orange pepper, and then this citrus blend. So when I use this citrus blend, I just think in the orange pepper, I'm thinking more, like kind of like you would grill meat or like Mexican food when they grill their chicken and things. It's citrusy. Anyway, so these 2 seasons are good together. So, and of course, this is just an all-purpose, and then the onion. And I'm going to use olive oil to coat it with. And we're going to put these drumsticks in the refrigerator and let them marinate. And we'll just put a side with it and a vegetable. And this should be good for 2 meals if he eats 2 and 2. He's greedy. He might eat all 4 at once. He can. Okay, bye. All right. Chicken is ready to marinate. I probably won't make these until Tuesday, because today's Sunday. So I'm gonna let them marinate today and tomorrow. I'll probably make them on Tuesday, because he's gonna get, I don't know when he picks up food. I just cook it. So but I do want this to marinate for a little while. Okay, bye. Well, y'all, little small change in plans. You guys know I game every Sunday for 2 hours live, right? So I just finished my gaming session. This is on PlayStation, guys. I play Fortnite. But, you guys saw me prep all this food, and I'm like, oh, my husband's set for tonight. You guys, I've been until I started gaming 2 hours ago, I was up prepping food and stuff for the next week. My son calls while I'm gaming. Mom, can you cook dinner? Well, of course I can. I will, right? But that was part of meal prep. So he's going to steal one of the meals, you guys. So what should I do? I have some frozen mozzarella sticks that I need to use up and get rid of. So he's going to fuck around and get what's on deck. I'm going to air fry some mozzarella sticks. I have some frozen fish, like cod fish. I'm going to put them motherfuckers in the air fryer. And the mozzarella sticks. And what else can I give them, guys? Let's go figure something out. Well, you guys, since I had already planned on frying these pork chops, I'm going to go ahead and fry all 3 of these pork chops for dinner tonight. It's been marinating for about 4 hours now. I'm going to use this flour to season it with. And then I have a cabbage. So I'm going to cook this cabbage with some sausage. Let's get that done. I took out some whiting fish. So if that thaws in enough time, I might make that tonight so he can take that home with him. And then the rest of the food I could give him on Tuesday. The rest of his meal plan. So a meal for tonight. So we'll see. Let's do one thing at a time. Let's get this floured up. And I like to let my food sit in the flour for at least 30 minutes before I actually fry it, and also let the meat come up to temperature so it's not cold. So let's get this battered up and ready for the grease and get this washed and cut up. All right, let's melt this butter and get our sausages cooked up for the cabbage. Now we gotta cut up an onion. All right, y'all, let's drop our cabbage in. My cabbage is not cut up as small as I want. I'm gonna rough chop it a little bit more. Turn this down. All that's in here is the butter, the onions, and the smoked turkey sausage. Let's cut this. Let me chop this up a little bit more. I'm going to add my cabbage, and then let's get this cooked. I got my oven preheating at 350 because I have a block of my mac and cheese left over. I pulled that out the freezer. We're going to finish that up tonight. Yeah, let's get this cabbage done. Pork chops are still sitting over here in the flour, ready to be fried. All right, y'all, I got my cabbage cut up enough. We know cabbage makes its own liquid. I have this all the way down on the simmer so that my onions and my meat wouldn't burn. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of chicken stock, and this is unsalted. I'm going to add a little bit across the bottom. I'm going to add some, a half a stick of butter. Yes. A little bit of sugar. And then the seasonings. I'll be back. Okay, here's the butter. I added a little chicken stock. You hear it's real quiet because I haven't turned up the heat yet. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt-free vegetable seasoning. Salt-free. Some garlic salt. And then my all-purpose seasoning, you know I like. Basil, oregano, garlic, and sea salt. Let me get that added. Then I'll add just maybe a teaspoon of sugar. I decided not to do garlic salt. I'm going to do garlic powder. And that's because my butter has salt in it. The smoked turkey sausage has salt in it. And this all-purpose seasoning has salt in it. So I'm just going to do garlic powder. And then I'm going to let this simmer down. I got to add a little bit of sugar. All right, now let me get all of this mixed in. I'm just going to mix it in. I turn the heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to put the lid on it, turn the heat down, and just let this simmer. And check it like every 15-20 minutes. But I do want my cabbage to be tender. So it's going to take it a little while. The mac and cheese is in the oven. All right, y'all. It's been 30 minutes, I think. Let's check on our cabbage. It smells so good. Yeah, it's getting there. So I'm getting ready to fry these pork chops. Let's go ahead and get the grease hot. I'm going to still let this cook. Cover it back up. Let it cook a little bit more while I fry the chops. See, like this part is kind of hard because this is the center. I threw most of this out. I'm going to throw this out. It's too hard. I'm going to throw this out right here. It's too hard. I'll cut the other center out. Alright, y'all. So let's get the grease hot for the chops. The mac and cheese is in the oven. We're about to pull that out. And I'll be back. Oh, here's the green beans. Green beans should be done. I'm just going to mix the green beans up. Alright, let's get these chops fried up. Alright, y'all, so the cabbage is done. Just turn the heat off and put the lid on it until the rest of the food is ready. Alright, dinner's ready. We got 2 fried pork chops, cabbage, fried cabbage, and homemade mac and cheese. Yep. Good night. This pork chop is so good and tender. All right, let's flip our chicken over. I've had it on 390 for about 18 minutes. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. All right, y'all, this is his to-go plate. We have some cabbage and the rest of the mac and cheese and 2 of the drumsticks. The other 2 I'm going to save for the next meal because he'll be back in 2 days for additional meals. So this will last him for tomorrow. Then he'll come back Tuesday and then I'll have more meals ready. Okay, bye. Boston's about to take this shit 2-0. Let's go, Boston, because I don't like this nigga right here. Right here. He's right on time. Ooh, golly, he gets on my nerves. Go, Boston.